From breaking Dr. Now's toilet because she was too fat to use it, breathing through a hole in her neck, and her body shutting down due to her massive weight, Lupe's journey is one of the most shocking in my 600 pound life. And it is made even more shocking after her disgusting partner cheated on her and sabotaged her weight loss journey while she was fighting for her life. Lupe Samano is 39 years old, weighing in at 642 pounds. And to make matters worse, she has an awful living situation, living in a neglected apartment in the Californian suburbs.
Being this overweight, everything I do is hard and it's a struggle. I need a rag for my face. Things are so hard for me. I've lost motivation to do anything for myself.
Lupe's severe morbid obesity has put a strain on all of her organs, as she now faces complications with her heart, lungs, liver, and even her kidneys, and her body is literally shutting down on her from the inside out. Her medical issues are some of the worst on the show, as she has type 2 diabetes and actually ended up going into a diabetic coma. Her kidneys have failed once before, and Lupe's fat around her neck is so dense that it was literally suffocating her. This resulted in the doctors having to do a tracheostomy just so she could breathe. If you haven't heard of this before, it's a surgical procedure that creates an opening in the neck directly into the windpipe, or the trachea, to allow the patient to breathe. And I think we really need to put this into perspective. Lupe was so fat that she had to have a literal hole cut into her neck just so she wouldn't suffocate. This type of super morbid obesity is so dangerous, and I don't think many people quite grasp the extreme risk it can have.
Dad do like a chin tuck right here and then put the trachea in, because even with the ventilator I still needed it. And it's been 10 years since my coma and I haven't walked on my own since then. I walked into the ER and I never walked out.
And to make matters worse, Lupe hasn't set foot on the ground in over 10 years. This is honestly one of the most extreme cases that I've covered on my channel, as typically the stars can walk a few steps or so, but for Lupe, she's completely bedbound and has been for over a decade. Due to being bedbound, Lupe has to do everything lying down. That means eating, bathing, and even going to the toilet.
Words can't even explain how much I hate being in this bed. I need to be taken care of 24/7 because I can't do anything for myself.
You feel bad?
Yeah. My husband Gilbert is my caretaker. He can't have a full-time job because he takes care of me all the time.
I feel helpless. It's just me taking care of her more than us having a marriage, you know. I guess you could say intimacy is impossible. This is way harder than I thought it was going to be. But, you know, I love her, and that's what keeps me going.
I feel unworthy of him taking care of me and loving me the way he does. It's not a normal life living this way.
The pressure on Gilbert is immense, as he's her full-time carer and he's unable to have a life outside of taking care of her. But it wasn't always this way for Lupe, as she's had a pretty normal early childhood and didn't really have any issues with her weight. Everything changed though when Lupe was 5, as her dad left and abandoned the family. Immediately, she started resorting to food to cope.
I miss him so much. I wanted him. I just started eating and eating.
After my dad left, that's when I noticed Lupe was sneaking food into her room. She would just keep eating. That was the only way she knew how to handle her emotion.
By the time I was 6 years old, I was already 100 pounds.
And food was the only thing I could rely on.
The trauma of her dad leaving at such a young age left Lupe with such terrible feelings that no child should have to endure. Food was something that was always available to her. It was a constant in her life when other things changed. So she just kept going back for more and more. Now you're probably thinking, where is Lupe's mother in all of this? Well, after her husband left, she had a nervous breakdown, unable to cope with raising the family by herself. Her mother did attempt suicide, but she survived the attempt. She then turned to drugs as a means to cope, eventually landing herself in prison when Lupe was 8 years old. At this time, Lupe started to gain weight rapidly. She moved in with her grandmother after her mother went to prison, and by the time she was in the 9th grade, or about 14 to 15 years old, Lupe was already 400 pounds. Unfortunately, Lupe's grandma died, leaving Lupe completely heartbroken. Besides her siblings, she had no family left, and so she just kept gaining and gaining weight. Life was hard for Lupe, as her excess weight meant that she struggled to walk around and leave the house. This meant that she had to drop out of school, giving her even more freedom to eat whatever she wanted. This continued until Lupe was in her late 20s, getting to over 500 pounds. And things didn't get any easier, as she was just gaining so much weight, she had a medical emergency.
Things got worse 10 years ago when I went into the ER not feeling well and fell into a diabetic coma. Since then, I've been mostly trapped in my bed.
And for 2 decades, I've been over 500 pounds. Being this size is the only life I've known.
After her incident, Lupe required round-the-clock care, which eventually took the form of Gilbert. The couple met 8 years prior to the show's premiere and in a chat room, where they talked for 6 months before moving in together. And it's pretty obvious what they bonded over: food.
It didn't have donut holes.
What'd you get?
Don't get mad, but I had to get the other one. Which one do you want? Look.
Oh, I don't know.
Go ahead. Let's pick.
Give me a plate.
Well, which place?
I lied to him and I told him I was like 200 pounds, but we got really close. And I told him, I'm gonna send you a picture, but I understand if you never want to talk to me again.
Normally, I'm not attracted to big people. So when I saw the picture of Lupe, I was upset. But I already started to care about her.
I want another half. Bring me the box. I want to choose it.
I had doubts about us being together. Until she told me something that really hit me in the heart. She said that she was praying to God that he would send somebody to her that would be there for her, would take care of her, and be by her side. And I wanted to be that person for her.
It's always difficult to watch scenes like this where the star's partners just feed them so much food. Gilbert brings her an entire box of donuts, which she eats almost immediately. While Gilbert does bring the food to her, he feels like he has no choice.
I really try not to give her as much food as she wants. But if I don't do it, she'll find her niece or someone to do it for her.
Hi, Mia.
Hi.
Can you go get me something to eat?
Yeah.
You can get me 2 super nachos, the carne asada ones, 2 lengua burritos, and a beef taco and no lettuce. Most of the food I eat now is either takeout or microwavable foods. It's easier to have someone to just bring it to me so I won't have to cook and be in pain.
If Gilbert can't bring her food, then Lupe will enlist the help of her young niece to get it for her, which her niece doesn't really like doing as she knows the effect it's having on her.
When Lupe calls me, sometimes I don't even answer the phone because I know that she's gonna want me to go buy her food. And it is hard to say no sometimes because it feels that she might think I might not love her.
Lupe just has no control over how much she eats, as once she starts, she just can't stop. Sometimes she even keeps her meals a secret, hiding the meals from her family members that she gets from others.
When I eat, I feel happy, but I'm embarrassed how much I eat. Sometimes I'll order me an extra taco and put it in my purse. Gilbert, you don't even know. And I feel bad because he tells me it needs to be changed or I'm gonna lose you, and I don't know how to change. How to change not feeling full and how to change the addiction of the food.
This secret eating is having an effect on their relationship, and Gilbert can't see it lasting much longer. He thinks it will either end one of 2 ways. Either he leaves or Lupe dies.
I don't want to live like this anymore. I want a normal life. I want to get healthy. I don't want to live this way.
Now, with the knowledge that Lupe will die soon if she doesn't change, Lupe makes the first step towards recovery by moving to Houston to be close with Dr. Now for treatment, as the distance from her home of San Bernardino is just too far to travel on a regular basis. But this is a huge step for Lupe, as she hasn't left her house in over a year, let alone her state.
Today we're leaving for Houston.
I'm leaving everything I know to save my life. I've tried so many other things and nothing has worked. I'm nervous. I know I'm gonna have obstacles and struggles, but I have a lot of support and I have God most of all. It's gonna see me through this journey. I can't do this.
I got this. You gotta do it.
Wait. I'm ready to get help and change. Wait, change is scary.
Once on their way to Houston, things don't set off to a great start, as they're hardly out of California before they reach their first drive-thru.
Come on, let me whip that burrito.
Just give me a shake or something.
You need to eat something.
I don't want to eat right now. I can't.
Thank you.
When I get stressed, I just have to find something I want to eat as quickly as possible. But I know these have to be my last unhealthy meals. Once I get to Dr. Now, I have to give up all this because I'm ready to fight for my life.
Now, this is off topic, but it really irks me when people say, "Get me a," instead of just using simple manners. I just don't understand it. I don't know if it's an English thing, but I would never just say, "Get me this." I literally say please after every sentence too. But anyway, the road trip continues to be a total nightmare, as Lupe is so overweight that she can't walk to the toilet, so ends up going on herself in the car.
I'm not getting up this car. I'd rather pee on the thing. I'm sorry. I had an accident. Yes, help me.
What do you want me to do right now?
You gotta get some rags and change it because I went to the restroom.
Okay.
It's wet. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is just so miserable.
And I really hope it's not a rental car, because if it is, I'm not sure an expensive deep clean would be enough to get rid of that smell. And plus, imagine renting it knowing that someone's wet themselves in the front seat. I don't even want to think about it. A few hours later, Lupe and Gilbert arrive at the hotel they were staying to for the night, and things become quite challenging. With a few more days left of traveling, things aren't looking too good for Lupe, especially as the long journey is starting to have an effect on her legs, which she's already had complications with before due to the excess fat and swelling in them.
There's like nothing.
You're right.
I got you.
Just relax for a second.
I can't do it.
Do you want me to help you?
Yeah, if you think you're gonna fall, just hold on.
Yeah.
I can't see in this car no more.
Do you want me to open this to grab one?
Wait, don't.
I got everything.
I gotta turn.
Hey,
The chair, Junior.
I know. I gotta fix this. Calm down.
Put the chair. Stop messing around, my God.
Whenever you're ready, love. Right here. I got your back. Just sit here and take me a break.
We're only a third of the way there, and I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to make it to Houston.
Traveling when you're super morbidly obese is significantly dangerous because there's already a high risk of a blood clot, and that's not even mentioning the stress it puts on the rest of the body too. Understanding the seriousness of the situation, Dr. now instructs Lupe to come directly to the hospital, where she'll be seen in the ER for an investigation.
Oh. Oh.
What's wrong?
I'm in pain. My legs hurt. It's not my leg. It feels weird. It hurts.
You get me kind of worried, love. Hello, is this Dr. Now?
Yeah, this is Dr. Zark.
I'm calling for my wife, Lupe. She's having like problems with her left leg, and I think she might have a blood clot in her leg, maybe.
She showed up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, come to the hospital. We'll get her to emergency room immediately.
Okay. Thank you so much. I can't stand seeing her like this. It's kind of scaring me right now because I love my wife and I don't want her to die on me.
The risks of a blood clot in Lupe's leg are serious. The clot could travel up to her heart, and she could end up having a pulmonary embolism, which would result in her death.
She should be arriving any minute now. From what they told me, she's been in a small car for 3 days. And that's a long time for somebody her size to have that much stress on her body. She may have developed serious medical condition that we need to address immediately.
After a few hours of medical tests, Dr. now rules out a blood clot, but the actual cause of her symptoms is much, much worse. Lupe is experiencing severe heart failure, only functioning at about 35% of its normal capacity. If her car ride was just 2 to 3 hours longer, she probably would have died. I think this just emphasizes the risk of being super morbidly obese. A typical healthy person should feel uncomfortable after a day or two in a car journey, maybe having a stiff neck at worst, but definitely not heart failure. The risks are life-threatening and it should never be normalized.
Her heart is literally being smothered under the weight of her body. What seems to be your biggest challenge with your eating habit?
I'm an emotional eater. I get bad anxiety. And then I'll eat food until I get sick.
Who brings you the food?
My husband, my family.
They don't realize that they are killing you?
I know.
No?
I think they do, but they do it because they love me.
Okay. All right. Let's see if we can get you in bed. We got a very pathological situation here. She's been killing herself, and her husband has been helping her to do that. At her size, she's been consuming at least 20 to 30,000 calories a day.
I'm going to push a little bit.
So we need to get her health under control immediately and turn the situation around with her husband.
This experience should be a wake-up call for Lupe, as she is so unwell she may never even fully recover. Arriving at the hospital should be the first step towards her recovery, and the only way to heal her heart properly is to lose weight fast, stopping the pressure and extra strain it's putting on her heart. Dr. now keeps Lupe in the hospital on a 1,000 calorie a day diet, mostly because of her severe health complications, but also because he knows if he allows her to start the diet at home, it's likely she won't stick to it. Lupe is used to eating 20 to 30,000 calories a day, so the drop to 1,000 is definitely going to be a shock to her system, but it's needed to save her life.
I've been in the hospital for a couple weeks now, and I'm trying to adjust to the new diet the doctor has me on. But the food portions are really small, and I feel like I'm starving all the time. I hate the feeling when I'm hungry. It's like all this emotion that's pushed so far down starts to come back up, and I want to run to food.
A month later, the diet proves a complete success, as Lupe loses 69 pounds and her heart is in a much better condition as it was when she first arrived. Happy with her progress, Dr. now allows Lupe to continue the diet at her apartment, but it doesn't start out very well.
I was ready to get out of the hospital, and I guess I hurt myself, and I'm bleeding all over the place. Humiliating, bleeding all over the floor. And I felt like I just wanted to get fast food and sit in this hotel and eat, and I can't. I can't. I gotta be strong.
After seeing blood on the floor, Lupe thought that she'd injured herself when getting into the wheelchair, but the reality is due to her rapid weight loss, Lupe's menstrual cycle has returned, something she hadn't experienced in many years due to her size. Experiencing normal things like this shows just how overweight Lupe was, and how limited her body was by it. But a few days later on her 40th birthday, everything gets thrown out the window, as her family come around to celebrate with the only way they know how, with food.
All right. Somebody should sing happy birthday here.
1, 2, 3.
There are days you just have to enjoy life and celebrate. So I'm just gonna enjoy it today.
Sit down.
I have my next appointment with the doctor in a month, and I feel like I can hit my goal by then. So I'm gonna keep trying. I have to get this surgery, because eventually I know I'm gonna start giving in to my cravings every day.
All right, guys.
Hi, Lupe.
Now, I totally agree that you should treat yourself every now and then, and I can't lie, I'll have a Five Guys milkshake every now and then too, but my life won't be at risk over it. Lupe's life, however, is, and she's completely risking that by overeating a huge meal and excessive portions of cake. It's not even the fact that she'll go over her calories for that day, but rather that it becomes easier to get into the habit of eating bad again once you start slipping on the diet. It might be the first time she's slipped on the diet, but after a day, it won't be the last. Just before her next appointment with Dr. Now, Lupe encounters a huge problem, as she tries to quickly use the bathroom, but instead gets stuck on the toilet.
Make me fall, ready?
On 3.
Oh, make me up, please.
Baby, overthinking it.
It's broken. I'm not gonna fall the damn thing.
The chair broke? You
Yes.
gotta get off this damn... I'm trying to help you. You're crying more than you're trying. Let me get a nurse real quick. Can you give me a hand real quick? So you can help her push up. She needs to...
Don't let me go, please.
Would you just come on?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
I can't do that.
Are you serious? Did you wear yourself out? Because you wear yourself out crying. Dude, what am I supposed to do?
I don't know. Helmets or something. I can't get off.
Do we need them?
I don't want to fall.
Yeah,
I don't
get them. I can bring someone else if you want. She got stuck.
Okay.
She got stuck in the toilet. I think it broke the seat.
Okay. And this is not a good situation with Lupe.
We'll figure it out.
She's putting a lot of strain on her heart right now. So we're calling an emergency crew to help her get up immediately, because she can easily go to cardiac arrest and there'll be nothing we can do about it. So they need to act fast.
How's it going, ma'am? Did you fall down?
She got stuck in the toilet.
I don't want to fall and hurt myself.
Okay, then we're gonna go ahead and get the fire truck out here, okay, just to help us out.
Just get me off the toilet.
What we'll do is put someone on your back and get you up in an upright position.
Okay. Oh,
Need more slack?
We're gonna try.
oh my God, my legs.
The truck just arrived, okay?
So once we get you up, you'll be all right.
Yes.
All right.
Just don't let me go.
I got the chair. Can you hold yourself?
I got it.
Almost there.
There.
Sit. Yeah, sit. You got it.
There you go.
There you go.
Breathe.
Yeah, you did break the toilet. Thank you guys so much.
You're welcome.
Sir, God bless you.
Is that all you needed from it?
This is very disheartening to witness. Lupe got to the point that she won't tolerate any physical activity. She is less mobile now since last time I saw her, and took a whole team to get her up and put her in the wheelchair. But right now, I'm very worried about how much strain she just put on her body.
Like I mentioned before, a person of a typical weight or even someone who's obese would have no problem getting off the toilet. But the fact Lupe broke it clean in half and needed the fire brigade to get her off shows just how dangerous her weight is. The situation gets Dr. Now concerned too, as he thinks she's gained weight back, as she looks even larger than when he first saw her a month ago. He doesn't even continue with the normal appointment, sending her straight to hospital for checks, as he thinks that she's put even more stress on her heart. And Dr. Now was proven right, as he discovers that her heart condition has in fact deteriorated since her last hospital stay. But what really puts the nail in the coffin is that Lupe gained 82 pounds in just 1 month, gaining back all the weight she lost and then some.
Lupe, this is ridiculous that you gained more weight than you lost in just a month. So you start over, because if you don't, you're not going to make it. I'm keeping you in the hospital to start controlled diet again. You're down to your last chance. Do you understand? This is such self-destructive behavior. And her husband, Gilbert, is helping to kill her.
Back in the hospital, Dr. Now puts Lupe on an even lower calorie diet than last time, with only 800 to eat per day. Not only this, but they also make Lupe walk around her room consistently to build up her mobility and to increase her exercise. 2 months later, an extra month than last time, just to be on the safe side, Lupe is up on the scales for her weigh-in again.
That's 128 pounds you lost now. That's great. The first day she got here, she couldn't even stand. Now she's making progress. So I'm going to go ahead and send you home today. And for the next 2 months, I want you to lose another 75 pounds. Take this seriously if you want to get approved for weight loss surgery, okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Super.
Thank you.
Her husband, Gilbert, hasn't been around very much, and I think that has helped her to stay positive. But I'm concerned with her being back with him on a daily basis and how that's going to affect her. Regardless, she has to prove that she can do this on her own. Until she does that, she will not be ready for any weight loss surgery.
Lupe's weight loss is a fantastic step in the right direction, but her partner Gilbert does present a huge blocker towards this, as he was partly responsible for her previous weight gain. He blames this on a lack of knowledge about how to eat healthy, but when Dr. Now gives him a diet plan and instructions and recipes, it's hard to see how he could still use this as an excuse. The second time around, Gilbert does seem a bit more positive than last time. He even makes an effort to come up with healthy recipes and wants to change his own attitudes towards food.
I'm doing this for her because I love her and I want to see her get better. I'll do anything I can for her. I just want her to comply, and I need to stop enabling, bringing the wrong foods. This time I'll make the right choices, get stuff that we need to eat. So I don't want to go to the doctor's office and find out that my wife gained weight. Okay, thank you. You too.
But everything changes in an unexpected turn when Lupe discovers that Gilbert has been flirting with women on social media and trying to meet up with them.
And I have to go on there and find out myself. There's all kinds of chicks. That's so disrespectful, you know? It gets me, it irks me.
We're just sending scriptures out with no pictures of me and just of God and, you know, the news and stuff like that. I'm here clicking and grabbing anyone I can that I can send that message out. I'm trying to spread the word out, and you're upset because I added a chick on there.
If you're spreading God's word, why would I go on there and I see all kinds of chicks, especially showing their boobs? Come on, Gilbert. If there's someone you want to reach out to, and if it's a woman, have your wife do it. It's called respect because you're married.
Okay. Sometimes I feel like I'm out looking for affection sometimes because I don't get it from you. We all fall short. We all have struggles, you know, and, you know, I guess my struggles is chicks and stuff. You know, I'm not going to just change overnight. You know, it's a process. Just like you know, you're not eating right. You're 600 pounds.
That's so disrespectful, you know? Just because I'm fat and that, I don't deserve less, you know? I know I can't change you. When I married you, I let that crap go, even the day I met you. It's called respect. It's something that you need to start having.
I don't know what to do with him right now because I'm so hurt.
For once, I agree with Lupe here. Just because she's over 600 pounds doesn't mean that she deserves to be cheated on. If Gilbert is unhappy in the relationship, which would be totally understandable if he was, he should just be honest with her, admit his feelings, and leave Lupe. Now, with everything going on, Lupe has cheated on her diet quite a bit, and her relationship with Gilbert is still struggling. Thankfully, they find an apartment to move into instead of living in their motel, but Gilbert upsets Lupe when he isn't strong enough to push her over the step into the apartment.
Babe, you're too heavy to get over the
I don't
step.
want to do this. I'm scared I'm going to fall move.
Would you stop? Seriously.
You wait.
He still makes me feel really bad sometimes.
I'm gonna get someone over here to help me sit
No,
like a baby, man.
shut up.
You're acting like a damn baby. I'm sorry.
Care.
You're a big ass baby. You can do me a favor, bro? 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2. That's it. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate it.
The pain is really hard right now.
I'm beginning.
And I feel alone like I did when I was younger.
Okay. Wait, don't let go.
I honestly feel bad for Lupe here. I do believe she wants to lose the weight, but Gilbert isn't offering her the support she needs, and speaking to other women behind her back and cheating on her has obviously thrown a spanner in the works. The My 600 Pound Life journey is especially difficult because it just can't be done alone. The stars can't get the surgery by themselves, and they can't make the meals and follow the diet by themselves either. Having a solid support network is crucial, but the intensity of it is so much to ask of someone. And for Gilbert, this might be the limit. And with all this going on, Lupe is especially nervous about her next appointment with Dr. Now, as she knows she hasn't stuck to her weight loss goal, and snacking has been her only source of comfort these past few months. She also hasn't been walking at all either, decreasing her mobility, which she's worked so hard to improve on.
There are no handles.
I'm not gonna be able to stand it. I told them that. Because there's no handles and I haven't sit out of bed for a while.
All right, then. Let's go to room 5, okay?
I'm a little frustrated. I know I have to have some help to stand because I can't get weighed without that right now.
Hello. How are you both?
Good.
So what's going on? You refuse to get weighed?
I couldn't get on the scale. I couldn't stand on that scale without balance.
Come on, you're walking in the hospital. You sure the issue is not you don't want to get on the scale?
You've seen that since I've gotten here, when I first got here to when I was in the hospital, I've lost a lot of weight. I was walking in the hospital, then I got sick, I was good, I was not. So I'm barely starting to get out of bed again, that's what I'm saying.
You're not walking at home?
My house is nothing but ceramic tile, it's very slippery in there. I'm not getting therapy, I'm not getting anything, it's just me and my husband.
You have to get up every day and exercise.
I know that, and that's why I'm saying I need more than my husband to help me at home. I almost sleep because it's so slippery there.
You had 2 months to tell me this to try to help you. It just sounds like an excuse right now. What Lupe is telling me is very concerning. She has an excuse for not standing in a scale. Now she's making excuses for not being active for past 2 months. She could have called us anytime for help. But if she hasn't been getting up, then there is no way she's making good progress right now. Until I confirm your progress, you're not getting surgery.
I mean, I'm willing to go weigh in at any scale you want me to weigh in so you can see my weight. I was discouraged when I couldn't get on that scale because I want to show you that I'm doing what I got to do, because I didn't leave California and leave everything behind to come here and not comply with what you want me to do.
Okay, Lupe, I'm going to give you benefit of doubt and believe you're having trouble standing right now. This is not an emergency situation, so I'm not rushing you to the hospital. I want you to go there for follow-up in 2 weeks, and we'll weigh you then. This is your last chance.
Okay.
See you in a couple of weeks. Hopefully, Lupe will recognize the second chance as an opportunity to try harder to do what she needs.
Whether Lupe doesn't want to get on the scales because she really thinks she won't be able to stand, or because she doesn't want Dr. Now to see that she's gained weight, is up for discussion. But the truth of the matter is that both of these reasons aren't good enough, and are a major setback for Lupe. She's several months into the treatment now and should be able to walk unassisted for at least a few seconds. It's really sad to see her regress like this, especially as now it looks like she's lost all motivation to even continue with the program. As Dr. Now doesn't believe Lupe's excuse, he gives her the opportunity to return to hospital 2 weeks later, where she'll be weighed on a scale with handles so that it will be easier for her. Those 2 weeks come around quickly, and the reality of the situation is about to reveal itself.
And I'm so scared what he's going to find. It's going to mean I don't get surgery.
If her heart is weaker than I thought, then there is no way that she will survive a major procedure like weight loss surgery. So today I'm bringing her in to look at her heart internally with transesophageal echocardiogram.
Before the patients actually undergo surgery, they have to go through a series of crucial tests to ensure that they're healthy enough to actually survive the surgery. With all the issues of her heart, Dr. Now is concerned that she won't survive it. As her heart is so weak, Lupe won't be able to get the normal gastric bypass surgery, instead needing to get a gastric sleeve, which will put a lot less strain on her heart. While Lupe's operation went well, her relationship starts to take a turn for the worse when she discovers that Gilbert has been cheating on her again.
We can move on from this, Kay. Just like the last 2 times, I need you to get your mind off this. You can't let something like this just destroy everything.
And I shouldn't have let it continue to go on just because I'm over it, whatever. I don't deserve anything less than any woman out there.
I know that, love.
Okay, then next time it happens, though, what I'm going to say is I'm tired. You got to go on your own way and leave me alone.
Our sex relationship is difficult. I get sexually frustrated and I tend to slip. But, I love my wife and I know it's going to change. So, look, the point is, let's just get over it. It's a good day, okay?
When Gilbert comes back to the hospital, the couple talk it out and things get pretty heated.
I don't know what to do because if I can't trust Gilbert, part of me will just want to give up. And I'm so scared right now about what's going to happen. If I give in and start to go back to food, then I'm going to end up dying soon. Since leaving the hospital, things have been really hard. Gilbert and I haven't been doing well. It's like this cloud hanging over us, and I'm struggling with staying motivated.
Yeah, fair, but I'm going to eat.
I've been trying not to be so depressed about everything, but I'm just so hurt by Gilbert.
You hungry? You want me to make something? Hopefully we have some stuff. Cream mushroom?
Yeah. It made me feel so worthless when I found out he's trying to be with other women because I'm not enough like this. If I'm not enough right now, then I don't think losing the weight would change that. I just feel like I can't rely on him right now.
Things don't get any better after Lupe is discharged from the hospital either.
You're just trying to throw anything easy out there to me just to eat.
What are you so upset for? Patient.
Yes.
So your soup's right there. I'll strain the rest when I get back, then I'll go get my burrito. I'll be back. I'll go to the corner real quick. You sit there and pray God to change your freaking attitude.
I don't know how to repair everything with Gilbert. And that makes me feel like giving up right now.
And the strain on their relationship is having a major impact on Lupe's progress. 2 months after her surgery, her weight loss slows down dramatically, and she ends up losing hardly anything. She isn't trying to exercise at all either, even developing a severe bed sore that lands her in hospital. I just want to remind you, for Lupe not to lose any weight while at her current weight, she'd probably be needing to eat around 10,000 calories just to maintain that weight. Now in the hospital, Dr. Now ends up having to admit Lupe to surgery to remove the bed sore, as the risk of infection was pretty high. But the issue is deeper than just a bed sore, as Lupe has become completely immobile again. So Dr. Now makes Lupe see a psychotherapist to encourage her to get out of the bed, but Lupe rejects standing at every single point.
Lupe, you've been in bed so long, you're losing your strength, okay? You don't know, because if you knew, you would do something about it. Yeah. Come on.
I can't, my legs go numb. I don't want to fall.
That's because you haven't been trying. Lupe is not dealing with the issues in her life in the right way.
There's an element of Lupe being bedbound that forces her to be reliant on Gilbert. If she loses the weight and is able to walk again by herself, she won't need Gilbert anymore, and he will be free to leave her and go see other women, which is a big insecurity of Lupe's. As part of her treatment, Dr. Now forces Lupe to stand up and get weighed, because her life is literally at risk if she doesn't. If she never stands, it's more than likely she'll revert back to her original weight and start gaining again.
Lupe is at a crossroad, and she's choosing a path that is going to lead her to her death. Lupe is refusing to get up and do anything, so there's nothing more we can do for her here.
I'm so scared because I'm starting to feel like I'm never going to be able to get back up.
All right, Lupe. So I'm going to go ahead and send you home. You know that you got a very bad heart, you know you're diabetic. If you don't move around, if you don't change your lifestyle, your body is gonna give out. Right now, the battle for Lupe's life is not physical, it is psychological. Last thing we're gonna try is to send a psychologist to meet with you and Gilbert to try to deal with the issues that are keeping you in the bed. After surgery, when the patient hit the wall like this, a psychologist may be their only hope. You need to figure out what is the thing that is making you afraid to stand now. And how are you going to change a dynamic that is killing you before it's too late? All right.
Sorry. Come here, my love. I had me crying still, dude. You're gonna have all my support even more now when we get home.
With Lupe outright refusing and Dr. Now storming out, it's not a good look for Lupe, and you wonder how she's ever going to make any progress if she won't even stand for a few seconds. Because of her refusal to do absolutely anything, Dr. Now discharges her from the hospital because there's just nothing more he can do for her. He thinks the issue Lupe has with standing is psychological, so in a last attempt to save her life, he has Lupe see a psychologist to help her work through the mental issues that are preventing her from standing. When the psychologist asks Lupe directly about their relationship, Gilbert's cheating is put under the spotlight.
I think you both are well-intentioned. I mean, you obviously love one another, but trust has to be backed up with behavior. You all really need to work on just rebuilding things. And right now, it's as simple as I need to stay faithful, find ways to do that, and I've got to find ways to continue to work on myself and to help him because he's at a point where he can't help anymore. And then that's how you rebuild trust, little by little by little. I think that will give us a lot of work to start with, okay?
Okay.
All righty.
Thank you.
Bye. Take care. Same here. Bye-bye.
Gilbert's been my rock for so many years. If I don't have a future with him, then I don't have the motivation I had when I started this journey.
While the cheating can never be excused, you can see and understand Gilbert's frustration with Lupe, as she seems to be making no effort to improve her physical situation. How can they picture a future for themselves when Lupe doesn't even want to take a step towards it? Literally. The session seems to have helped Lupe, as she continues to lose very small amounts of weight, but at least she hasn't gained anything. And while Lupe still isn't standing, she seems more positive about the idea. But because it's been so long that Lupe has been stuck in her bed, the muscles in her legs are actually deteriorating, making walking a serious challenge. In her final appointment with Dr. Now in the show, Lupe has lost over 300 pounds, which is just an outstanding feat. But it's really difficult to see the difference in weight because she's only ever lying down or in her wheelchair. It will take walking and doing more physical exercise for Lupe to really see the benefit of her weight loss. She still has a long way to go in her recovery. And if you'd want to see how she gets on in her follow-up Where Are They Now episode, let me know in the comments. And if you want to watch more My 600 Pound Life and see the dumbest star ever to feature on the show, click the video that's on your screen now. Make sure you follow my Instagram at BigCraigYT, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.